Hello, everyone, and welcome back to JBC English Learning Academy. I'm Sarah, and I'm very happy to be here with you today.
I'm Alex, and I'm happy to learn together again.
You look relaxed today, Alex.
I feel relaxed now, but yesterday was a difficult day for me.
Oh, what happened yesterday?
Yesterday evening, I was studying English in my room.
That sounds normal so far.
I opened my notebook and looked at the new words.
And then?
After a few minutes, I suddenly felt very tired.
That feeling can come very quickly.
I read the same sentence again and again, but I could not understand it well.
That can be very frustrating.
My brain felt slow, and I started thinking maybe English is too hard for me.
Many students feel like that sometimes.
I felt small and disappointed.
That is a very honest feeling.
For a moment, I wanted to close my book and stop learning English forever.
I think many people listening now understand this feeling.
Yes, it is that moment when you think English is not for you.
But today, we want to talk about not giving up.
Yes, especially for beginners who feel tired or confused.
Learning English can feel like climbing a big mountain.
Some days you feel strong and motivated.
And some days you feel weak and want to cry.
Both days are normal in the learning process.
Before we continue, we have a small request for our listeners.
If you enjoy our conversations, please like and follow our academy.
And if you know someone who feels tired of learning English, share this episode with them.
We can support each other on this journey.
Now, Alex, what did you do after you felt tired?
First, I closed my notebook.
That sounds honest and real.
Then, I went to the kitchen and made a cup of tea.
Tea can help us relax and think clearly.
I sat near the window and looked outside quietly.
That sounds peaceful.
While I was sitting there, I asked myself an important question.
What question did you ask?
I asked, why did I start learning English?
That is a powerful question.
I started learning English because I want to speak confidently.
That is a beautiful goal.
I want to understand people from other countries.
That can open many doors in life.
I also want to feel proud of myself.
That is a very strong reason.
But yesterday, I forgot all my reasons.
That happens to everyone sometimes.
Then, I remembered something my teacher once told me.
What did your teacher say?
She said, when learning feels hard, your brain is working.
I really like that sentence.
She also said, if it feels easy all the time, you are not growing.
That is very true.
She compared English to physical exercise.
That is an interesting comparison.
If you lift very light weights, your muscles do not grow.
Yes, they stay the same.
But if the weight is heavy, your muscles become stronger.
So difficulty is part of growth.
Exactly. When I listen to English and do not understand everything, it is not failure.
It is practice and training.
When I forget a word, it does not mean I am stupid.
It means your brain is still learning.
Sometimes I study for 1 hour and the next day I forget many things.
That is completely normal.
But in those moments, I feel something is wrong with me.
Nothing is wrong with you.
Really?
Yes, really.
The English is already inside your brain.
But I cannot always see it.
Learning is slow and quiet.
So even when I feel confused, I am still improving.
Yes, you are improving step by step.
That makes me feel a little more hopeful.
Hope is very important when learning something new.
What should I do the next time I feel like giving up?
First, take a short break and breathe slowly.
That sounds simple but helpful.
Then remember your reason for learning English.
I will remember that I want confidence.
And remember that mistakes are part of the journey.
So I should not be afraid of mistakes.
No, mistakes are your teachers.
I like that idea.
And most importantly, never compare yourself to others.
Sometimes I see people who speak English very well and I feel behind.
Everyone has a different speed.
So I should focus on my own progress.
Yes, focus on becoming better than you were yesterday.
That feels possible.
Learning English is not a race,
It is a long journey.
and you are already on the path.
Even if I walk slowly,
Even if you walk slowly,
then maybe I will open my notebook again tonight.
and maybe this time you will feel a little stronger.
I think I will try again.
Inside?
Yes, sometimes your English is just sleeping.
Sleeping English?
Yes, and every time you practice, you wake it up a little more.
I really like that idea.
Even learning one new word is a small victory.
And small victories slowly build your confidence.
Many learners think, I am not fluent, so I am failing.
That thought is very dangerous.
Why is it dangerous?
Because learning is not only about today.
It is about time and patience.
You should ask yourself, am I better than last month?
Or even, am I better than last year?
If your answer is yes, then you are improving.
And that means you are winning.
Mistakes are part of this process.
Yes, mistakes mean you are brave enough to try.
If you never make mistakes, you stay in your comfort zone.
The comfort zone feels safe, but you do not grow there.
Growth needs effort and sometimes discomfort.
Now, let's talk about time.
Many people say, I don't have time for English.
That is very common.
They work long hours.
They take care of their families.
And at the end of the day, they feel tired.
So, what can they do?
My advice is simple.
I am listening.
Do not look at the whole mountain.
Just look at one small step.
Yes, even 5 minutes is enough.
5 minutes sounds possible.
5 minutes is always better than 0 minutes.
In 5 minutes, you can listen to a short audio.
Or read one small paragraph.
Or learn one new word.
On hard days, you do not need to run.
You just need to keep moving.
Do not run, but do not stop.
It is like walking slowly in the rain.
It may feel uncomfortable.
But you are still moving forward.
And sometimes, when life feels too heavy, I find peace in faith.
I understand that feeling.
Trusting God helps me stay calm.
It reminds me that I am not alone.
God sees our effort, even when other people do not see it.
And when we feel weak, we do not have to be strong alone.
That thought gives me hope.
Learning English is not only about grammar and vocabulary.
It is about opening your world.
It is about meeting new people.
It is about sharing your ideas and your story.
If you give up, that door stays closed.
But if you continue, new opportunities can come.
So, when you feel like giving up, remember something important.
Hard moments mean you are growing.
Small steps really matter.
Resting is okay.
But quitting is not the answer.
You are stronger than you think.
And you are not alone in this journey.
We are learning together.
One word at a time.
One day at a time.
Sarah, can I ask you something?
Of course, Alex.
What about that feeling when you study but you do not see progress?
Ah, yes, that quiet pain inside.
You open a book and read carefully.
You watch a video and try to understand.
You listen to a podcast with attention.
But inside, you think, Why am I still the same?
Many learners feel this, but they do not talk about it.
They keep silent, but the feeling hurts.
Sometimes they think, maybe English is not for me.
Let me stop that thought right now.
Okay, I am listening. English is for you.
Really?
Yes, but learning does not move fast every single day.
That is true.
Learning English is like walking in thick fog,
You cannot see very far ahead.
but you are still moving step by step.
I love that image.
Even if you cannot see big results, small changes are happening inside you.
So maybe progress is quiet.
Yes, progress is often quiet and slow.
And maybe one day, without warning, I will suddenly understand more than before.
Yes, and that moment will surprise you.
Sarah, can I share a mistake I made once?
Of course, Alex. Please tell us.
One day I said, I am very boring today.
Oh no,
But I wanted to say, I am bored.
that is a very common mistake.
When I understood my mistake, I felt very embarrassed.
That feeling is normal.
But I never forgot the difference after that day.
That is the power of mistakes.
Yes, mistakes teach us strong lessons.
Sometimes mistakes stay in our memory longer than perfect sentences.
That is true.
Some of our listeners are not lazy.
Yes, they are just tired.
That is very important to understand.
Many learners think, I did not study today, so I failed.
No, you did not fail.
You just needed rest.
And rest is part of learning.
It is like charging your phone battery.
A tired brain cannot learn well.
So what should learners do on very tired days?
They can do something simple and easy.
Like what?
They can listen to easy English for a few minutes.
Or repeat one simple sentence.
Or just think in English for 1 minute.
1 minute feels possible for everyone.
Yes, consistency is more important than intensity.
Sarah, I think fear is another big problem.
Yes, fear of speaking is very common.
Fear of making grammar mistakes.
Fear that other people will laugh.
Fear stops many learners from trying.
But fear also means you care.
I never thought about it like that.
If English did not matter to you, you would not feel afraid.
So fear is not always bad.
No, fear can be a sign of growth.
I remember my first English conversation.
How did you feel?
My hands were shaking.
Mine too during my first conversation.
My heart was beating very fast.
But what happened after you finished speaking?
I felt proud of myself.
That feeling of pride is waiting for our listeners too.
It is waiting on the other side of fear.
Let's give everyone a small challenge today.
Yes, let's do that.
Today, say one sentence in English out loud.
Only one sentence.
You can say it in your room,
Or in front of a mirror.
or even quietly to yourself.
After that, smile.
Smile because you tried.
Sarah, can I share something personal?
You can always share.
There was a time when I wanted to quit learning English.
Why did you feel that way?
I felt slow and behind other people.
That can be very painful.
I thought I was not good enough.
What helped you continue?
My faith helped me.
How did it help you?
I trusted God and believed that effort is important.
Yes, God sees effort, not speed.
That belief gave me peace.
Dear listeners, please remember something important.
You are not stupid.
You are not too slow.
You are learning step by step.
And learning always takes time.
Time is not your enemy.
Time is your partner.
Some learners fight against time.
They feel angry and impatient.
They say, I have been learning for so long.
But learning is not a straight line.
Some days go up,
Some days go down.
and some days feel flat and boring.
Flat days are normal.
But on flat days, people start to doubt themselves.
They think nothing is happening.
But something is happening inside the brain.
Quiet learning is happening.
Hidden learning is happening.
Learning that you cannot see yet.
Sarah, I want to ask you something honestly.
You can ask me anything.
Have you ever felt ashamed of your English?
Yes, I have felt that before.
Really?
Yes, there was a time when I was afraid to speak because I thought my English was not good enough. Yes, many times I have felt ashamed of my English.
Thank you for saying that honestly.
Sometimes when people speak very fast, I become quiet.
It feels like you disappear a little.
Yes, I listen carefully, but I do not speak.
Many learners do the same thing.
They hide their voice,
They are afraid of sounding wrong.
or afraid of sounding stupid.
But being quiet does not mean you are weak.
It often means you are careful.
That is true.
But I want learners to understand something important.
Tell them, Sarah.
Your English does not need permission.
That is powerful.
You do not need to wait until you are good enough.
English is not a door that someone else opens for you,
You open that door yourself,
even with mistakes,
even with a shaking voice.
even with very simple words.
Simple English is strong English.
I want to say something important too.
Please say it.
Many beginners think they must speak like native speakers.
That thought can cause a lot of pain.
Native speakers grew up with English,
They did not learn it as a second language like you.
so comparing yourself to them is not fair.
Your English is international English.
It does not need to be perfect
It needs to be clear.
and honest.
Alex, let's talk about negative thoughts.
The ones that come late at night,
Thoughts like, I am too old,
or I'm not smart enough.
or I started too late.
Those thoughts are lies.
Yes, they are not facts.
Learning has no age limit.
It has no deadline.
It has no final finish line.
You can learn as long as you are alive.
I want to slow down for a moment.
Okay.
Dear listener, if you are thinking about quitting English, please wait.
Do not decide your future today.
Especially not on a tired day.
Tired thoughts are not always true thoughts.
They are just feelings.
Do you remember your first English sentence?
Yes, I remember it clearly.
What was it?
Hello, my name is Alex.
That is beautiful.
It was small and simple.
But it started everything.
Every fluent speaker started with one small sentence.
No one was born speaking perfect English.
Sometimes learners feel alone in this journey.
Yes, they think no one understands their struggle.
But look around the world.
Millions of people are learning English right now.
They feel the same fear
The same frustration.
and the same hope.
You are part of a big family of learners.
And families support each other,
That is why we speak like this,
not like strict teachers.
but like friends.
Friends who truly understand.
I want to say something gently.
Please say it.
It is okay to cry because of English.
Yes, it is okay.
If you cry, it means English matters to you.
Tears are not weakness.
They are effort leaving your body.
That is a strong sentence.
Learning changes you deeply.
It touches your confidence.
It touches your identity.
It touches your dreams.
And dreams are emotional.
Dear listener, please hear this clearly.
If English feels hard today, it does not mean you are failing.
It means you're learning.
And people who are learning do not quit.
They pause when they need to,
They breathe slowly.
and then they continue.
Sarah, I feel calm right now.
Me too.
I am not excited or loud.
I just feel peaceful.
And calm is good for learning.
Yes, because English grows best in calm minds.
English grows best in calm minds, not in scared minds.
When you said calm minds, I felt that deeply.
Pressure can stop learning.
Many learners put too much pressure on themselves.
They say, I must speak perfectly.
They say, I must understand everything.
They say, I must become fluent very fast.
Those must words feel very heavy.
Yes, they are very heavy.
English does not need pressure.
English needs patience.
Sarah, can I ask you something honestly?
Yes, of course.
What do you think happens when someone quits learning English?
They do not only stop learning new words,
What else happens?
they stop believing in themselves a little.
That is true.
They send a message to their heart that says, I cannot do hard things.
That message is very dangerous.
Yes, because English is not the only hard thing in life.
If you continue learning English, you teach yourself strength,
You also teach yourself patience.
and you learn to trust yourself.
You learn to trust your own ability.
Many learners think confidence comes first.
But confidence comes after action.
You speak first.
Then confidence slowly follows.
You do not wait until you feel ready.
You become ready by trying again and again.
Dear listener, can we speak to you directly for a moment?
Yes, we want to talk to you.
If today you feel weak, that is okay.
Weak days do not erase your strong days.
They are part of the same story.
And every good story has ups and downs.
Without ups and downs, a story is boring.
Sarah, do you remember a time when you almost quit something important?
Yes, I remember clearly.
What stopped you from quitting?
I remembered my reason.
Your why,
Yes, not grammar rules and not tests.
but your purpose.
I wanted to communicate with people,
You wanted to connect with others.
and I wanted to express myself clearly.
Dear listener, what is your reason for learning English?
Maybe it is for your job.
Maybe it is for travel.
Maybe it is for confidence.
Maybe it is to help your family.
Your reason is more important than your mistakes.
Always remember that.
Some learners say, I am afraid people will laugh at me.
Yes, that fear is real.
But I want to say something gently.
Please say it.
Kind people do not laugh at learners.
And unkind people are not your teachers.
Your English does not exist to impress others.
It exists to help you communicate.
And communication is brave.
Alex, what about accent?
Many people worry about their accent.
Yes, some learners dislike their accent.
But having an accent means you speak more than one language.
That is not weakness.
That is strength.
Your accent tells your story.
It shows your effort.
It shows your courage.
Never be ashamed of trying to speak.
I want to slow down again for a moment.
Okay,
Dear listener, take a deep breath.
you do not need to rush.
English will not run away from you.
It will wait for you.
Learn one sentence at a time.
Learn one day at a time.
If you feel lost, just listen.
If you feel shy, just repeat.
If you feel tired, just rest.
But do not leave English completely.
Stay close to English like a friend.
Do not treat it like an enemy.
Alex, do you believe everyone can learn English?
Yes, I truly believe that.
Even slow learners?
Yes, especially slow learners.
Why do you say that?
Because slow learners often feel things deeply.
They do not rush too fast.
They build strong foundations step by step.
That is beautiful.
Learning English changes people.
It opens their world.
It gives them a voice.
And every voice deserves to be heard,
Dear listener, your voice matters,
even if it shakes,
even if it is quiet.
even if it makes mistakes.
Your voice is part of this world.
Right now, I feel something in my heart.
What do you feel?
I feel grateful.
I feel grateful too.
I am grateful for learners who do not quit.
I am grateful for effort.
I am grateful for patience.
I am grateful that you are listening to us.
Thank you for staying with us.
Thank you for trying again and again.
Thank you for not giving up.
Before we finish, let us leave you with one small thought.
If English feels heavy today, put it down gently.
But pick it up again tomorrow.
You are stronger than you think.
You are learning even when you don't feel it.
And we believe in you.
Keep going.
One word at a time.